where every game brings a smile and every visit turns into a memory. From exciting arcades games to fun-filled play experiences, we have got something for everyone. There is always something for you for a play day out. Pick from our Fuzzy package. Also, have your birthday parties decorated with balloon and linen deco furniture for your kids with music system. It's always game time at Fun World. Come play, laugh, and make memories with us. The fun is waiting. Fun World Twin Palms is the place to be. Game time, playtime.
It's the 15th of March 2026. Hello and a warm welcome to Light TV Main News. The quote of the day is, "Faith is different from reason, only that reason can give certainty, while faith gives a decision." The headlines. Mpika Fire Brigade rescues woman from collapsed pit latrine in Mpika. Keith Mwemba checks progress at Kaole Stadium. And thousands protest in Madrid against US-Israel war on Iran. With the news in detail, my name is Joel Chisompola. The 100-megawatt Chisamba Solar PV project has been named Africa's Solar Deal of the Year 2025 at the IJ Global Awards in London. The award was presented to Africa Green Coal for the project's innovative financing and power offtake structure, recognizing outstanding achievements in energy and infrastructure finance across the continent. Located in Central Province, the Chisamba Solar PV project is Zambia's largest grid-connected solar plant and the biggest of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa outside South Africa. Mr. Wezi Gondwe, Greenco's managing director for Zambia, said the recognition highlights strong collaboration among stakeholders and demonstrates how commercial financing can be unlocked at scale without sovereign guarantees, providing a sustainable model for Zambia's growing energy needs, particularly in mining. Developed by Kariba North Bank Extension Power Corporation, CEO Boyd Kanchela described the award as a major milestone, noting the project secured $71.5 million United States dollars in commercial debt financing from Stanbic Bank Zambia after reaching financial close in May 2025. Economist Mr. Kelvin Chisanga says Zambia's economic outlook during the political campaign period will combine resilience with caution across key sectors. He notes that campaign cycles often influence fiscal behavior, investor confidence, and broader economic expectations. Increased government spending is common during this time as political actors seek to meet public demands through development programs and social support. Mr. Chisanga warns that while such measures may stimulate short-term activity, fiscal discipline must be maintained to avoid budget deficits and inflationary pressures. He adds that investors, both domestic and foreign, often take a cautious approach, delaying major decisions until the political environment becomes clearer, which can temporarily slow private sector development. Despite this, strong fundamentals in mining, agriculture, and services continue to underpin the economy. The Economist emphasizes that Zambia can navigate the campaign season without major disruption if political actors prioritize macroeconomic stability and responsible fiscal management. Mafinga Member of Parliament Robert Chavinga says he remains in charge of the Patriotic Front and has urged Miles Samba to stop misleading Zambians. Mr. Chavinga says statements suggesting otherwise are false and meant to confuse party members and the public. He has since called for unity with the former ruling party as leadership disputes continue.
I, Robert Chavinga, and Mr. Morgan Ng'ona, the Secretary General, we have been removed from the list of Register of Societies. Throughout social media, where it was seen on the page of one of our colleagues, one Honorable Miles Walesampa, stating that I have been removed and the Secretary General. Now, I want to state it very clear to the nation that first, number one, that is a forged document. And I expect that the Register of Societies, they have to complain to the police for using their document, because that is not a document for the Patriotic Front. It's a document for the Register of Societies. I want to state very, very clear. I want to state very clear that neither myself or Mr. Morgan Ng'ona has been removed from Register of Societies. I still remain president of the Patriotic Front. Mr. Morgan Ng'ona remains the Secretary General of the Patriotic Front. Now, I'll tell you, this is in reference to the dismissed matter that was in court. Now, that matter was applied by Mr. Morgan Ng'ona for prosecution of that matter when he was fired by Mr. Mao Sampa at the time he was president of the Patriotic Front. And that's why Mr. Ng'ona had to go to court to obtain an injunction, which was granted to him. And in turn, before then, the Central Committee, immediately when Mr. Mao Sampa, at the time he was president, the Central Committee had sat, and that Central Committee, it is the Central Committee that was appointed by the time he was in charge of the party.
The Zambia Police Service has clarified reports of a man allegedly causing private parts to disappear in Chingola, calling the claims unfounded. Police spokesperson Godfrey Chilabi said a 61-year-old man was arrested on March 14, 2026, after allegedly tapping men on the shoulder. 5 complainants reported feeling a strange sensation and believing their private parts had vanished. Mr. Chilabi explained that a full investigation, including voluntary checks, found no physical harm or evidence to support the allegations. The suspect was subsequently released with no suspicious items found in his possession. He urged the public to avoid mob justice, reminding citizens that the law must be followed, and encouraged reporting incidents through proper legal channels.
The Zambia Police Service wishes to clarify reports circulating in the public domain alleging that a man in Chingola, Copperbelt Province, is causing men's private parts to disappear through physical contact. On March 14, 2026, around 1640 hours, Chingola Central Police Station received a report from a 45-year-old male resident of Chingola. With the assistance of members of the public, he apprehended a 61-year-old male suspect, also a resident of Chingola, and brought him to the police station. The suspect was accused of tapping men on the shoulder, allegedly causing their private parts to disappear. The incidents reportedly occurred earlier the same day around 15:30 hours within the central business district of Chingola. The complainant stated that after being tapped on the shoulder by the suspect, he felt a strange sensation and believed his private parts had disappeared. 4 additional men reported similar claims. Police interviewed the suspect, who denied all allegations. A thorough search revealed no suspicious items. Furthermore, with the consent of the 5 complainants and while respecting their privacy, police conducted a voluntary check to verify the claims, which confirmed that there was no physical harm. The suspect was subsequently released following a full investigation that found no evidence to support the allegations. The Zambia Police Service urges the public to continue reporting similar incidents through established legal channels and to avoid taking the law into their own hands, as mob justice is unlawful. Thank you.
We take a set of commercials. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. We continue with the news. The Governance Accountability Initiative has commended Copperbelt Minister Elisha Matambo for inspecting the Ndola-Sakanya Road and demanding corrections. Executive Director Gabriel Milo says the minister's action reflects high-quality leadership and responsiveness to citizens' concerns. He added that engineers from the Road Development Agency and other responsible bodies should have been proactive instead of waiting for ministerial intervention. Mr. Milo stressed that such lapses in supervision undermine public trust in infrastructure projects and emphasized that contractors must always deliver durable, quality work on government projects. He noted that accountability in road construction is crucial, as citizens deserve value for money, and said the minister's intervention demonstrates the kind of leadership that should be replicated across all levels of governance. Youth, Sport and Arts Minister Elvis Nkandu has reiterated government's commitment to empowering young people, stating that they remain central to the development of Zambia. Mr. Nkandu says government will continue implementing programs that promote youth participation in sports, arts, and entrepreneurship to help unlock their potential. He notes that investing in young people is key to building a productive and innovative nation. The minister has since encouraged youth across the country to take advantage of available opportunities and contribute positively to national development.
Has not just been a celebration. It has been a reaffirmation of something this government has always known, that the young people of Zambia do not need to be convinced to build. You are already building. In the markets, the workshops, the fields, the classrooms, carving something real out of conditions that could have stopped many others. What you need, what you have always deserved, is a government willing to stand alongside you. And that is the commitment of this new PND government. Grants reaching our young entrepreneurs who had nothing but just an idea. Skills centers alive with the next generation of welders, farmers, and also builders. Job opportunities, platforms for youth engagement and participation. And looking ahead, 2,000 internship opportunities this year, a funding officer in every constituency, land, loans, and resources reserved only for you. Not as a gift, but as your rightful share of this country's fortunes. But more than any program or any number, what this week has shown me is fire that is alive in young Zambians. That fire cannot be manufactured. It cannot also be imported. It is you, and it is extraordinary. So as Youth Week closes, you should know this. We see you, we are with you, as the President Hakainde Hichilema wrote to you in his letter. Zambia's greatest harvest is still ahead, and it belongs to you. Arise.
The Mpika Town Council Fire Brigade has successfully rescued an adult female who fell into a collapsed pit latrine near Mpika Urban Clinic. The incident occurred yesterday at around 16:31 hours when the brigade received a distress call. A fire and rescue team led by Christopher Silungwe was immediately dispatched to the scene. On arrival, the team conducted a rapid assessment and used confined space rescue techniques to safely extricate the woman, who was eventually taken to the clinic for medical attention. Preliminary investigations show she had gone to answer the call of nature when the latrine structure gave way. Division of Fire Officer Mr. Munkonde urged the public to exercise caution when old or weakened pit latrines, especially during the rainy season. He also encouraged regular maintenance of sanitation facilities and reminded citizens to report emergencies promptly to the fire brigade. We take our second break. On the other side, join me for sports and international news.
Vantu vakwachirisa mwana akali muono 13 years.
Nimakangopeza chance pokambana naye.
Ninabotita ne kunyumba.
From this plastic here. Try may also stand up.
Wakati bose mkulasi. Bokonde pote tu. Nani mpeka kuti? Amwena wavadi na. Nani mpeka.
Atushiro bako na mwana.
Ndawa neo pano pang'anda nisuke mbale nitape manzi nipyenge mwana umuni tushoni lero
Mpaka che wende. Brain ni hapa mnika.
wewe ukufa mwafera ndema tu kweli wewe wa mwana wewe.
Hi, I'm Pastor Randy, and you're watching Light TV.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. We continue with the rest of the news. And sports news. Football Association of Zambia President Keith Mwemba has expressed satisfaction with the ongoing rehabilitation works at Kaole Stadium in Mansa, being carried out with funding from FIFA. Mr. Mwemba inspected the facility yesterday during his visit to Luapula Province, where he attended the Football Association of Zambia Provincial Annual General Meeting. Speaking after the tour, the first president said the rehabilitation works are aimed at improving football infrastructure and creating better playing conditions for teams and communities. He added that upgrading stadiums across the country remains key to the development of football in Zambia. In international news, Thousands of protesters gathered in Madrid on Saturday, demanding an end to the ongoing war involving the United States, Israel, and Iran. Demonstrators filled the city center, carrying banners and placards with slogans such as "No to War" and "Stop the Bombing." Many warned that the escalating conflict in the Middle East could spiral into a wider global war if urgent diplomatic efforts are not pursued. Participants expressed deep concern about the humanitarian impact of the conflict, urging world leaders to prioritize dialogue and peaceful negotiations over military action. The rally highlights growing international calls for an immediate ceasefire as tensions continue to rise in the region. And that note brings us to the end of the main news. But before we go, a recap of the headlines. Mpika Fire Brigade rescues woman from collapsed pit latrine in Mpika. Keith Mwimba checks progress at Kaole Stadium. And thousands protest in Madrid against US